In this video I'm showing you how to build what might be the easiest AFK Horde base ever for 7 days to die. I'm calling it the tightrope for reasons that will become obvious in a minute or two. The base requires only the blocks of your choice, concrete, steel, etc., depending on your stage in the game. There are no doors, hatches, traps or any other kind of resources required to build this AFK Horde base, and with a little bit of tweaking you can actually use this concept to protect your main base from any pesky Zeds knocking at the door by making the main way into your base the same as what I'm about to show you here. And for the more action-oriented viewer, this doesn't have to be an AFK base by any means. You can of course still hoover up the loot and XP by eliminating the zombies with guns, traps and throwables. This base really does make it your choice how involved you want to be on Horde Night. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're just going to start off. I'm going to split my cubes here into different stacks so that we can select different shapes and just have them in the hotbar without having to change each time. So the particular blocks we're going for are going to be plate to begin with, so that's just the regular plate. This one we can set to bars. This one can stay as blocks, and this one can be in here, this little icon, the poles. We're going to look for the pillar 0.025 meters middle. Let's get started building our platform that we're going to be standing on top of. So I'm going to start with the plates on the ground like this. Let's go 4x4. Now we're going to rotate this plate block so that it's now upside down, and we're going to go one on each corner. Okay, there we go. So we are utilising, it's a bit of a cheesy technique, but having these upside down plates is going to mean that anyone coming here trying to get to us directly above, they're not going to have anything to bash on. But due to the way the blocks work in this game, that's fully going to support the entire structure above. So from here we can just jump up and then add a whole bunch of blocks just to go as high as we want. I'm going to go 10 high from here, and I'm going to jump down because I've got parkour and I can, and I'm also in God mode. And we're going this high because when it's lower, I don't know exactly how much lower, but when it's lower, they sometimes decide to try and hang around and just beat on stuff. Even though we haven't given them anything to beat on, yeah, it's still going to confuse things and they're not going to try to path to us. So just to be safe, what have we got? 12, we're 12 blocks high in total here. Now we're just going to join the outside edge and leave a hole in the middle for now, because what we're going to do on the inside is put bars, and the reason for this is so that we can actually shoot down anything that's just trying to get at us from down there and not trying to path correctly, so we can still shoot down below. You could leave a hatch here, leave a hole if you wanted to chuck some explosives down, so that's up to you. I'm just going to go with bars and we'll shoot anything that gets stuck down there if it happens. So bars like this, and there we go. This is our fighting platform. What we can do now is add a ladder, and there we go. Now at this point we can put some plates around the edges here so that we can protect ourselves from any cops that want to spit at us from a distance. So let me just do that quickly. And then we can switch back to bars. So these bars are going to give us a little bit of protection from birds above. And finally we can just give ourselves a little bit of a safety barrier so that we don't fall off the front of this thing, and just stick some of these here. Remember to leave a gap, so I'm going to leave the gap here because the tightrope is going to be extending this way. So from here we're going to do a little mini version of what we've got here at intervals for basically as far out as you want. So I'm going to do it, I mean, I don't know how many blocks exactly, but you can probably go 6 or 7 and the structural stability is going to be absolutely fine. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then let's go another 7, but this time we'll go back to our regular block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place that. Now, the height of our fighting tower over there is 12 blocks high because we've got 10 of the blocks going up to the platform, and then we've got the 2 plates underneath. So let's build up 12. And now we can stick a ladder on 3 of these sides here, going all the way to the ground. So let's do that. Okay, looking good. Now, I have left off the ladder from this inside wall here, facing the platform over there. So, ladders on 3 sides. Next, we can go back to the plates and start building up these platforms in between. Now, from here, we can go to our poles. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can do this however you like the look of it. Right, I'm not going to do this all the way up just yet because I don't want to go too far. So at this point, we'll come over here and start to place the tightrope. Go to the advanced rotation, and we want it to be like this on the top. There's another one. Let's see if I can jump across here. Can I get that up there now? Yes, I can. So I'm just going to do something that's in developer mode, and I'm going to show you the stability. So the reason we've got these poles going up the middle to support this tightrope going across is because, as you see, the further it extends out from where it's connected to, the more red this thing gets. And when it gets too red, like the next one that you place, the whole thing's going to fall. So that's why we're having these poles coming up to support. The way the pole blocks are sort of connected, there is going to be a kind of a gap like there is on those floating blocks down the bottom with the plate. So we can't actually fit that one in there, but you see this is now green. So we're supporting the tightrope with these thin poles. What I'll do now, I mean, you've seen me do this once, I'll just repeat the process and build this all the way across. And there we have our masterful tightrope. So this is the majority of the work done. Now, let me come up here and I'll show you basically, the path the zombies are going to take. They're going to come up the ladder, obviously. We're going to be standing over there. Once they've reached our height, then they'll start to try and walk across the tightrope. If we want to make this almost completely AFK, then what we can do is go to, let's go back to some bars, and maybe every 3 or 4 blocks we can just place a bar on the tightrope. And the thing is, when they jump over these bars, they're going to struggle to land on the other side, and they're just going to fall off, get confused. And the last time I tested this yesterday before recording the video, not a single zombie made it all the way across. Let's just add a few Arlenes. And we'll see, because we're high enough up, she's not even coming over. They're not even coming over here to try and get to me first and then try and figure a way up. They're going up and then trying to come across to me. Now look, not a single one has yet made it even over the first one. Okay, oh, we got our first winner. Oh, she's getting over 2. Oh, this one's a champ. Oh, there she goes. Now, if you want to see this in action for a real horde, let's make that happen. So we see here, these zombies that are starting over, even behind us, they're not stopping at here at all, except for the dogs, which we'll come onto in a moment. Got a bird. Okay, we've got an army guy. Yeah, he's fallen at the 4th hurdle. Let's shoot that thing. Fucking birds. So yeah, they're walking, or they're going right past us to go to the ladder so they can go up here and try and walk the tightrope. Now, let's go back into the proper view, and here we can see the reason the dogs are hanging around is because they can't go up ladders, so we can just stand here and shoot them. You know, I think we should definitely shed a little light on the situation over there. What do you reckon? This is a beautiful thing. Oh! Okay, don't do what I just did then. Look at that. Towering inferno. And I do believe that you can just, like I said, sit here all night long. If the cops come and are going to try and spit at you, I suppose you have to take them out, but otherwise this is pretty much AFK. And if you just take this tightrope concept and apply it to any base, just get your base up high enough, add a tightrope as your main way that the zombies are going to try and path into your base, then you know you can pretty much sit AFK in your base. You can do whatever you want in your base. All up, it took about 250 steel cubes to build this base from scratch, and in the early game you're definitely not going to have anywhere near that much resource. So for at least your first couple of hordes, it's probably a good idea to take over an existing building and just make some slight modifications to turn it into a horde base, just to get you through while you're building up your resources. And if you want to see some ideas on how to do that for yourself, then watch this next video.